welcome back to DXB Today. Bit of a dining out special for us today. Yet from the award wins to what's next when it comes to dining out, we are taking a closer look at the evolution of the dining scene here in Dubai. And there's no denying it is utterly world class. Creating exceptional dining concepts can be challenging, as you know, especially with so much competition now in Dubai. But one man alongside me knows how to stay on top of the game. It's Lorenzo Marras, the president of dining at Sunset Hospitality. Sunset, of course, are responsible for so many of the huge brands that are doing extraordinary things here and, of course, globally at the moment. And it's good to have you with us. Join us on the sofa. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me. Thank you.
Can we talk awards first? I heard Joey's take on all things awards. You know, when it comes to dining out, a lot of people will think of the Michelin Guide, Go Mia, World's 50, etc. And great. It's great to get that recognition. Is it a game changer though for you guys? It's nice to get, but is it a game changer?
It is. Yes, it is. It's good to have them, as Joy said. It's great to have the Michelin. It's great to have all the other guys here. We do not create concept because of the stars, neither because of the awards. We create concept for our clients and our guests, and then it's great to be nominated and eventually to win the awards. But yes, it is a game changer. We went from having no guides at all, right, until a few years back on having all of them pretty much. And it's good, and it definitely facilitates travelers, right? So when you have tourists that come into the city, some of them they go by the guide. Many don't, but others they do. So I think it's good to have them here for sure. Yes, yes.
So how do you balance, winning awards and then focusing on guests and bringing them back and guest recognition?
We do focus on guests first, right? And then we always believe the award is a result, right? It's an immediate consequence of that. But when we create a concept, when we think about a concept, we first think what our clients want and what our clients are missing, right? So what is missing in the city? And based on that, we do create a concept. And then when the awards come, we are glad they do come, but we don't create concept thing about the award first. That's the way it works out, and so far it's worked.
So Lorenzo, as president of dining, obviously you should remain somewhat neutral with everything that you run. But let's forget that for a moment. You've got 88 properties over at 25 countries.
We have a few more, I guess, but yes.
A few more now.
Yeah, we have a few more, yes.
You've got to have some favorites, tell us. And why?
It's like choosing your preferred kid or your preferred...
Yeah, that's okay, everyone's got one.
No, there is so many great ones, and they're all very different. I think what is special is that each one of them has its uniqueness, and they have their own soul and their own raison d'etre, the reason to be there. We have some spectacular ones here in Dubai. We are all familiar, I guess, with Sushi Samba. We are all familiar with Baoli, right? That is one of the latest we've opened. I cannot name a preferred one. It's very difficult to name.
You don't have somewhere, if you had to go eat somewhere first, where would it be?
They're all very different and they're all incredibly good. And it's not only about eating, by the way. I think that's something we will be touching later on, but it's all what the overall experience will be, right? We less and less dine out, and we more and more experience what is out there.
Yeah.
And when you could be with your partner, you could be with your friends, you could be on a night out, on a romantic dinner, you could be on any of those occasions. The matter is how good is my experience when I go home? How will I remember that, right? Not how good was the steak.
Yeah.
Neither how good was the sushi. It has to be good.
Exactly.
Don't get me wrong, it has to be good, of course.
Yeah.
But it's not about that.
But this is what I wanted to ask you actually. What do you think people are looking for nowadays? Because the culinary experience in Dubai is changing, and it's always changing and evolving every single time. And restaurants need to come up with new concepts, like you said, and new dining experiences. It's not only about the food, it's the whole package that you give to the customer. So can you talk to us more about that?
It's the whole experience, as
yes,
we
exactly.
say.
Yeah.
And going back, used to be very unidirectional, right? So you used to go out for dinner, and this was it. It's no longer the case.
Yeah.
I think since probably 2010 something, since the FC actually come to light, things have changed. So you go out for the whole experience, starting with your drinks to start, and then maybe you're gonna have your proper dinner. But then again, you're looking for something else. And now the something else, in our vision, in my vision, is probably the non-foodie experience. So you go out, you are with your friends, you are with your partner. Yes, you have a great meal, but then what else can you do with it, right?
Yeah.
Will you party a bit? Maybe it's the party element. Will you play a bit? Maybe it's the gaming element. We are about to introduce, just now in February, March, a new concept that is dining and gaming. So while you dining, you could game, or while you gaming, you could dine. It's a concept we're opening in JBR, in Rixos JBR. It's called Capital. and we'll have everything you could have while dining. So you're going to have a bit of bowling, you're going to have a bit of darts, you're going to have a bit of virtual reality in it. So again, it's not only about your steak or your sushi, it's all the whole experience that makes the difference.
Yeah, I totally agree with you on that.
The food and beverage scene here is booming at the moment. We're seeing that hospitality, as you touched on. There are so much opportunities. We spoke to Joey about that just a few moments ago. Looking ahead to 2026, and we go again for another year after the success of 25. Given your sort of role as president of a group and looking at dining there per se, is there one thing that keeps you awake at night? Is there a concern for you out there in the market or not?
There are, for sure there are. The market is very competitive. If there is a difference compared to 10, 15 years ago, is the number of new venues that they keep opening every year. Now it's almost every week there is a new venue.
True.
And obviously we are part of it, right? So we all been part of the success. We have benefited enormously, and we have partially contributed to the scene. But yes, definitely is that. And then, as we were saying before, I think the city is now matured, right? We went from a city that was importing concepts. We were importing from famous chefs to large chain of fast food, right? To a city that is now exporting. So we are creating and exporting brands, and we have done so. Joey has done so, obviously. We went to the extreme that we have exported brand where they belong. So we create an Italian brand in Dubai, and we take this to Italy. That's a serious commitment.
The irony.
That's a serious commitment. We have done this with Isola. It is one of our brands. So we created the Isola in Dubai, great success in Jumeirah Island, and then we have opened in Milano, right? You know, and taking back an Italian brand to Milano is not the easiest of the, and it's an enormous success. We're very proud of what we have done. So it's just staying on top of the trends and making sure that we always have something new for the city. I think that's the main thing. And we have an amazing team, as Joe was saying before. It's all about the team, right? And coming up with new ideas and new concepts that where we can lead the trend. Dubai is leading worldwide, if I may say.
Yeah. And tell me, Lorenzo, what do you think is the next 10 years look like for Dubai? What do you think the main focus will be?
I think the main focus is to consolidate what we have become. We become globally, we're leading globally when it comes to the F&B, to the hospitality in general, and then to make sure that we remain on top of the game. Things change, right? Until a few years ago, other cities they were on top of the game, and they're no longer there.
Yes.
So I think it's a matter of remaining on top of the game and keep coming up with those new ideas, with this new concept that can that allowed us to stay there, right?
Before that, I just wanted to ask you something. How do you stay relevant? Because like you said, a lot of the big dogs that were here before are not here anymore.
Some, yeah.
Yeah, so how do you stay relevant for the people and always keeping up with what the customer is demanding?
We always look at what our customer wants, right?
Yeah.
We always look at what is needed and what is missing.
Yes.
There is not much more missing, I would say, because pretty much
There's everything.
Dubai is everything, that's
Yeah.
right. And that's why, going back to the gaming, and that's why we decide to do what we are doing, right?
Yeah.
A bit less dining, if I may say, and a bit more fun elements and gaming elements, and that I think they complement the whole offering. And I think that's the way to do it, is keeping researching, keep developing. We have a team within Sunset that's all what they do, right?
Yeah.
So they look at the trends.
But just to add, if I think, and again, I just suddenly thought of it with both of you guys. You know, one thing that connects the main group and Sunset Hospitality is an inner understanding of what this place is like. You know, as you said, born and grown here. We've got partners that have been involved here and concepts that worked here, concepts that failed here. You know how this place. It's not like somebody just coming in, taking a concept, say, okay, that's how we do things, and that's how things are going to work. It's evolving with the city. Is that fair or not?
Very fair, yes, and very true. We have evolved with the city. We contributed partially, as I said before, and we try to remain as relevant as possible. And that doesn't mean that you have to open a restaurant per week, you know, but you have to open something, because that's the case from time to time. But you have to open something that is relevant, that is meaningful to the city and to the people that live in the city and to the travelers. Yeah. To the 18, 19 million travelers that every year they come to Dubai.
Yeah, I would agree. I would say it's about trust. You know, creating that trust with the consumer, that they know that you're here, you're present. It's about integrity. They've seen what you do. They've seen how you serve. You're part of the city.
But you've reacted to, I mean, I remember 2014 when first everyone went to Maine, but now obviously everyone's sort of about communities, as you mentioned, and people don't want to travel that far, so therefore catering for that community is what the city wants, isn't
Yeah,
it?
absolutely. And pioneering, I think, new categories, finding the gaps. You know, I think we were one of the first, for example, to go out to the suburbs,
Yeah.
you know, as an example. And, you know, the outlet we have in Studio City is very successful because people prefer to stay around their neighborhood and so
Yeah.
on. So there are so many options in Dubai, but there are still opportunities.
Sure.
Definitely.
Definitely. And you travel less and less.
Yeah.
We used to do Marina to Deira, I mean, once per week, and vice versa, obviously. And I think you do less and less, at least not for dining, right?
Yeah.
You may do for other reason, but
True.
because I'm not sure because of the traffic. I'm not sure
Yeah.
what is the, but it's more and more neighborhoods, right?
Yeah.
We're becoming a mature city, right?
Yeah.
That's the same in London, in New York. So if you live in Jumeirah Island, you will probably dine at least once per week in your neighborhood, right?
Exactly. There's a bit of everything everywhere.
right,
Yeah.
It breaks my heart. I've stopped having to go to
Exactly.
Ravi's because I'm like, it's so far,
They-
Ravi's, come
Yeah.
to me.
I think.
Rav is fantastic, by the way,
Yes.
yes. But as a resident of a marina,
Yeah.
I may think twice. You know what I mean? I
Yeah,
will probably do a marina, especially if it's during the week and the next day you have to.
Yeah, I still do it just to go to the main, honestly, because that's my favorite branch out of all of them.
We were
But
saying
you guys are going to stay for the roundup. Dina's going to have that right now with us.
Yes, it is time for the roundup, and both of you gentlemen shall contribute because everyone here, everyone watching, get ready to join over 27,000 foodies for Dubai's biggest celebration of food, drink, and music. Yes, that's right. Taste of Dubai, guys, is back, and it's taking place between the 6th to 8th of February at Dubai Media City Amphitheater. And there's also Gulf Food, the world's largest food and beverage trade show, and it will be taking place between the 26th to the 30th of January at the Dubai World Trade Center and also Expo City, Dubai. My goodness, everything is happening in January, isn't it? Ramadan is coming up sooner this year, so I feel like every weekend is just slammed with events back to back. Will either of you gentlemen be at either event?
I will now.
Oh, I informed you.
I think it's important to have events like this, especially to a place in Dubai, to showcase different flavors, different foods, different restaurants, because a lot of them have these concepts where like it's a cart or
Yes.
you know, these cart concepts that are not always feasible around the year, but it's nice to have an event like that for people to go and try
Lorenzo,
the
do you
food,
go to
right?
Taste of Dubai or Gulf Food?
We do plenty of those, yes.
Yeah.
So we attend with some of our brands, not with all of them, obviously,
Yes.
but we select some of the brands. Yeah, we do Taste of Dubai. We do the majority of the sport events,
Okay.
from golf to basket. We also have the basket. And yes, we do, and we are taking this to the next level. So we are now creating a catering division
Okay.
within Sunset, yes, where we're going to be bringing you sushi San by Tom, or you know, any of our brands at home, and we are bringing the experience, right? So it's not about the sushi again. We're going to bring the dancers to your place, or you know, the Brazilian dancers. So we're going to be bringing
That's quite the
the
takeaway.
Italian chef. Yeah, right. The Italian chef that does the risotto in your villa or in your corporate
Get
event.
Hanu to the house.
Yeah,
Love
right.
that
So we
restaurant.
grill, we do that. That's right. So we bring the grills and we grill in your villa or in your. So you know, again, it's about creating an experience. You need the experience to be in your place. We create in your place.
I love that diversification. You've done a bit of that with
Yeah.
the Formula One, working with them in the past. Maidan this
Yeah, we
year as
do the
well?
horse races, we do Formula One, we have a food truck, our taco truck that goes around the city, Ripe Market and things like this. So yeah, we've been
What's
doing it for
interesting
years.
for me about the roundup, though, is that you've got a B2C there. You've got an event that goes to consumer, and again, to your point, I
Yeah.
think smaller dishes opens people up. Say,
Exactly.
I might be too expensive for me. It brings in a whole new crowd.
Yeah.
But you've got B2B, and that's also key for this city. If this city is becoming seen as a sort of business-to-business hub for Gulf food and manufacturing of food here, that's a game changer as well, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. And there's so many different conferences and exhibitions, and it's really become a hub.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to be here.
Yeah.
But Tom, you also talked about food becoming a bit more accessible. It's not all about fine dining anymore. And
Yeah.
just you mentioning that you make an appearance at Ripe, I would have never put those two worlds together, right? And
Yeah.
now you're tapping into a whole new audience and a whole new world.
What better way to connect with people
Yeah.
and to showcase your products? And sometimes, you know, you just have to find that one product on your menu that's a hero dish that everybody loves and take it to them.
Absolutely. What is that, Tom? What is
So
it?
listen,
Fish taco.
The fish taco. I'm like, just tell me what it is now.
That's very
of
good.
course it is. Joe, you're going to stick with us. Lorenzo, just final one from you before we say farewell. Obviously, the sunset of Sunset Hospitality never sets, does it? The sun's always up there. But what is on the horizon for you this year? What's the goal list for 2026?
We have a few openings, mainly outside of Dubai, but we have, as I said before, we have the gaming center in JBR that's
Yeah.
about to open, Capital. And if I remember right, we have 45 venues in the next 18 months. That's quite but we have a great team. We are very excited on what is coming up. We have just as we talk, we are opening Milano, Sushi Samba in Milano. That's now as we talk. And yeah, we look forward. I mean, it's going to be a great year.
It's going to be a busy
year
for El Presidente. President of Dining, Sunset Hospitality, good to have you with us.
Thank you so
Lorenzo.
much.
Really appreciate
Thank
it.
you so
All the best for 2026.